Great. All right. NotebookLM for beginners. Before we begin the demo aspect of this session, we would first of all do an overview so we understand what this particular tool is. So NotebookLM is one of my favorite tools for learning, for research, for productivity. And most people know about ChatGPT, they know about Cloud AI, they know about Canva AI, they know about Gemini, but very few people know about this particular tool. NotebookLM is a tool that for someone who struggles with, understanding complex topics or documents, someone who struggles with reading long reports, or you struggle with turning information into actionable insights, NotebookLM is the tool that you should know. And what exactly is NotebookLM? It is an AI it acts as a personal AI research assistant to help you efficiently engage with your own document. So I would love to define this tool or describe this tool as an AI tool that works with your own information. So you can upload a static content or PDF file or document, Word document, and it will transform it into an interactive learning experience for you. It has a studio. In that studio, you can produce explainer video from your content. You can produce slide. Let's say you want to you want to have a presentation or present to others about the topic you are studying. It will provide you with well-designed presentation slides that you can use for your presentation. Not just that, it can provide you with flashcards, and then for you to understand better about that particular topic, it will quiz you, to provide you with quiz that you can answer and understand about the particular topic. Not just that, it also gives you a podcast-like audio such that the AI individuals or the agents right in the podcast can be, discussing, you join, you ask questions, they answer you. It's such a powerful tool, and we'll be demonstrating all of that this morning. So let's proceed with the kind of inputs that you can, provide NotebookLM with. Remember, I said it's an AI tool that works with your own information. So the kind of documents you can upload to NotebookLM includes PDFs, Google Documents. You can upload media files like YouTube videos. You have audio clips saved in your system. You want to upload it. Or let's say you listen to a podcast and you want to understand better, you can upload that resource. You can upload websites as well. You have blog sites that have articles on that particular topic you want to understand. As an educator, you can upload your curriculum, you can upload examination guides, you can upload, resources that aid whatever you are teaching, or maybe you are researching on a particular topic. You can upload that resource and interact with it right inside NotebookLM. Let's say you also have a meeting, maybe you have a report that you want to understand or, transform into an actionable insight. You can upload it, and NotebookLM will do justice to that by helping you understand it better. Now, remember, I keep saying that it is an AI tool that works with your own information. You see that it is different from most AI tools. The reason is that for most AI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini, they will give you an output based on what they already know or what they have searched on the web. They will gather the information and give you an output. But in the case of NotebookLM, it does not go outside what you have submitted as a source. So whatever source you have given it to, that is what it would base whatever information or whatever output that it is giving you. So if you have submitted your curriculum to it, it won't go outside to start gathering other information. It will give you an output based on the curriculum that you have submitted. You have submitted a PDF file. Let's say you are a postgraduate student. You have submitted a PDF file. You want to interact with that PDF file. whatever question you are asking or whatever information you are seeking will be within that source that you have submitted. It does not go outside to get information for you. So it answers you based on that. That is why it is important that whatever source you are giving NotebookLM, it has to be, and it has to have accurate information, because whatever response it will give you will be based on that source. So if you give it a source that has inaccurate information, you can be sure to get an inaccurate output. So that is why I always advise anyone who wants to use NotebookLM, if you're submitting a link, it should be a link that you trust. If you're submitting a YouTube video, usually it should be a YouTube video that you have watched and maybe you want to understand better what was explained. You can submit it to NotebookLM. So generally, it has to be a source that you trust. Before submitting it, you should be sure that you trust whatever information that is contained in that material. So NotebookLM gives you answer or output based on what you submit. That is why it is different from ChatGPT. It is different from Gemini. It is different from Cloud. And I think I've given us a bit of an overview of what NotebookLM is. So for you to start creating with NotebookLM, or for you to start working with NotebookLM, you can access it through notebooklm.google.com. It's a Google product. Google developed this to help researchers, and even business people use this tool, because you want to understand better about your business. You want to understand better about, the business structure. You can use this to research. So it's basically a research tool, and it is useful for not just educators, it is useful for students, it is useful for business owners as well. So let me close this screen so we can create our first notebook. Let me stop sharing this. I need to share my entire window so that you can let me see if we have more persons here. Okay. All right, so let's get into creating a notebook. So this is what my notebook dashboard looks like. So I have a couple of notebooks I have created in the past, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can start creating notebook. I hope you can still see my screen. Type yes in the chat so I will be sure we are together. If you see my screen, yes, okay, all right. So this is what NotebookLM looks like. I have created notebooks in the past. That's why I have. So if you're new to Notebook, you won't, of course, have any past notebooks, because you're new, you haven't created any. But once you see this plus, I don't know, I've forgotten how it looks like for those who haven't created, but I know you should be able to see create notebook, something like this here. And there are featured notebooks. I believe these ones were created by, okay, this particular one was created by Google Research Team. And then we have a couple of featured notebooks. So you can go through to see what others did. And if you have any topic you're interested in, of course, you can explore. But these ones are mine. These are the ones I created. Particularly this one was from a YouTube video that I watched about winning the money game. So I brought in the YouTube sources here and started interacting with NotebookLM, asking it questions. So it will answer me. I will ask it, it will answer me based on the source that I have submitted. Let's go back to the home. Excuse me. All right, so to create your notebook, your first notebook, what you need to do is to click on this plus icon. So this is where it will bring you. So this is where you can submit. Let's say you have your file within your system, you can submit, you can upload it, and you want to use the website, you have, sources, website link that you want to submit, you can click here to insert, copy the website link and then insert them. Or let's the sources saved in your Google Drive, you can also bring them in here. Or maybe you have copied the information and then you want to paste it, you can paste it. Once you click here, you see where to paste it. But in this case, for this demo, I want to upload a file saved in my system. It is an MBA course that I have downloaded. I want to interact with it. I want to understand the concepts in that book. So what I'm going to do is to click on these upload files and then go into my system to search for that file. It's a PDF file. Let's see. Just give me a moment to search for it. Okay, same. So I've just uploaded the file here as a source. So right now I can begin to question it because it is an MBA course that I'm studying. I want to understand that particular course. So once it uploads, what it will do, what NotebookLM will do is to give you a summary of the source that you have submitted. It will give you a summary right here. Not just that it will give you a summary, it will suggest questions that you can ask it. It will suggest the kind of question that you can ask. If you don't want to use the suggested questions, you can, of course, start asking your own question. So let's give it a moment to load. Remember that when I also started this session, I mentioned that it has a studio session. So this is the studio session. So you see that it is divided into three segments. We have the sources. This part houses the sources. And then this is where you can chat. This is where you can interact with your source, the middle aspect of it, the middle part of the screen. And then by the side, we have the studio. So this is where you create your audio, you create your video, you create slide deck, mind map, flashcards, report, quiz, infograph, and data table based on the sources that you have submitted. So as a teacher, as an educator, you want to teach your students and you want to, you have a concept, you want to break it down so they can understand it better. Or you even want to have an idea of the kind of questions you can ask, questions you can ask your students. You can come to ChatGPT, upload that particular document or resource you have on the topic, and then create quiz. Tell NotebookLM, this is the level, this is the class I'm teaching, this is the level of understanding of some of my students. Generate a quiz based on this source so my students can understand better. Just whatever it is, just give it a description or ask it question based on that, and it will give you a quiz. Let's give this a moment. I think I will have to open another page, so I'll show you some of my previous notebooks while we wait for okay, this has completed. All right, so see what I was explaining earlier. So you see it gave me a summary of what I have in that content that I submitted. So this is an academic material from Miva Open University that provides, so it is a course, is a management information course, and these are the suggested questions. So I can start questioning, I can start asking, I'm so used to ChatGPT. I wanted to say ChatGPT. I can start asking NotebookLM questions based on this source that I have submitted. So if I use one of the suggested questions, let's click on this. How do information systems help businesses achieve a competitive advantage? I can click on that and it will start generating output for me. And you will see that it's also noted that I only have one source. If I upload more sources here, it will interact with other sources and then give me answer based on all the sources that I have uploaded here. So here is an output that I have from this particular source. Now, if I want to create an audio from this, what I'm going to do is to just click here and it will start generating an audio for me. The audio and video usually take a little bit of time, but I can click on flashcards, quiz, mind map, infographic, data table. I don't need data table for this particular resource, but these are just things that you can create. And if you want to customize any of them, you can just click on this icon here. So it will open up this interface where you can decide the kind of conversation or the kind of audio. For instance, I clicked on the audio. And so this is what I have. I can decide the kind of format, but this is the deep dive is the format that the default format. So the deep dive is a lively conversation between two hosts. So if I don't want this deep dive, I can click on the brief. I want a brief size overview of what I submitted or from my source. I can also use the critic format or the debate format, but because I already started generating deep dive, I'll leave it at that. You can choose the length of audio, whether it's a short audio or a long audio. You can decide, but we have the default, which is what I'm using. And then you can also choose the language. You can choose from the language options here. The default is English. And you can also decide what the host should focus on. So because we are creating an audio, you can decide, you can insert what you want the audio to focus on. So you can give it a description right here, and there's also suggestion for you to use. If you want an actionable insight, you just click here. So it will also give you suggestion, but if you don't want to use the suggestion provided by NotebookLM, you can insert your own focus, the area you want the audio to focus on, and it will go ahead to generate it for you. The same thing goes for the other tools that you can create right here. So you see that the audio is still generating while we already have a quiz. So let me show you what the quiz looks like. So you see that it has generated about 10 questions that you can quiz yourself on. Let's say you're preparing for an examination and you want to understand this topic, this course better. You can quiz yourself, and you can even ask it to generate questions, an exam kind of questions, so that you can answer them. You see, the best thing about this tool is that it wants you to understand any concept easily. So whatever source you have given it to, it will break it down. As you're asking a question, you decide how you want the question is, but be sure that whatever output is given you is based on the sources that you have submitted right here. So I was going to show us what I created. Okay, let me use this for this money winning game. I think I have video on it. Okay, here is an explainer video that it generated for me. So it gives you an explainer video. So this is a video I created from this winning the money game video I watched on YouTube. So even if you're someone who is interested in starting a faceless video, let's say you're an educator, you want to create a content for YouTube, faceless video kind of content. You can use this tool to generate videos that you can post. You see that it's about 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 seconds long. That's the duration of this video. So you can use this tool as well to convert your sources into video that you can post on your social network, on your social platforms, or even share with your students so they can understand the topic you're teaching better. So I think it's even useful for your students as well, not just for content, because most people now use it for content creation. They come to this tool and ask it to generate an explainer video. They post it on YouTube so people can watch. So for you and as an educator, you can use this tool, generate videos, send to your students, because everything it creates for you, you can download. It's downloadable. So for instance, if I want to download this video, all I need to do is to click on this 3 dot icon here and then use the download button to download. So whatever info or whatever you create with this tool is downloadable. You can download the slides. I think I created slides with this as well. Okay, I think I did not. Let's go back to the one we're creating and see if the audio is still generating. Let's look at the flashcards. So it has created about 59 of them. So this is just tools that will help you. I mean, whatever it creates in the studio section is for you to understand whatever it is that you want to understand in the source that you have uploaded. So this is good for research, learning, anything at all. So it is not just for people who want to understand the course they are learning. It is for you want to understand whatever business it is, you can also upload it. You want to understand the curriculum, how you can ask your student, how you can teach your students better, you can upload it here, and NotebookLM will give you sources that you can give to your students and they understand the concept better. So I showed us how we can upload from our device. Let me show you another way to create notebook. Let's create a new notebook. So this time around, we are going to use website links. Remember the first one we created, we use upload files. The second one, this second notebook we want to create, we'll be using next websites. And the third one we'll be creating, you will be giving me a topic. So I'm going to create from your own topic. So what you're going to do is think of any topic that you want to understand. It can be in your field. It can be any topic at all that you want to understand better. Just you drop it when it's time, you drop it in the chat. I'll pick any topic and then we'll use NotebookLM to, research on that topic. So right now I'm going to find YouTube links or website link, but in this case, for this tutorial or for this session, I'm going to be using YouTube. So I already have the topic I'm interested in, which is nucleic acid. I'm a science student. I'm a biochemist by what is it called? Is it by study? That's what I studied in school. So I'm interested in understanding nucleic acid. So I'm going to copy some sources right here from YouTube, and NotebookLM will help me understand the concept better. So let me find a link for this particular one and then come to my NotebookLM. I'll paste it. I want about 3 links from YouTube. I'll find this. So it is not just YouTube, any source at all. It could be a blog, it could be a website. You paste it here. Let me get the third one. And then paste. So I have 3 sources here, and you also have some tips to add multiple URLs, separate with a space or new line. All right, let me insert these sources and let's interact with them. So we have a summary as always, and then suggested questions. So just like we did with the first one, you can start asking it question based on this topic. You can ask it to create slide deck for you, mind map. Let's create slide deck for this one because we didn't do that for the first one. So let's create slide deck. And while that is ongoing, we can create another notebook, but this time around, just ensure that we are all together. You're going to give me a topic. I'm in the chat right now. So type in a topic you want to understand better. And let me use that topic for our next demo. So the first person to type in a topic, I will use that. Photosynthesis. Okay. So let's work with photosynthesis. So create a new notebook. So we used the upload file method in the first one, and then we use the website method. So I'm going to show you another method to create a notebook. So this time around, we want to understand the photosynthesis concept. Why is it not creating? I don't understand why this is not opening. Okay. All right, so we want to understand photosynthesis. So now, if you don't want to use any of these methods right here, there's the method of searching the web. So in this method, NotebookLM will search for sources for you. Let's say you don't have any sources in mind that you want to use for the topic that you're interested in. NotebookLM will help you find sources, and if you approve the sources that it's good for you, you can then interact with those sources. Let me show you what I mean. So right now we are interested in photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. So there is the fast research method and there's the deep research method. Because I want this to give me resources that are quality sources, what I'm going to do is to use the deep research method. It will give us an in-depth result, but the fast method will give us, find the resources faster and give us the sources. But in this case, I'm interested in deep research. So I'm going to use the deep research option and submit. So we have our topic, and what it will do right now is to go into the web, search for sources for us, and then give us the option to whether we accept the sources. If we accept it, we'll give approval. If we don't, we cancel it. And it will go through 5 methods. There's the planning, there's the research, 5 different stages before it will give us an output. So let's wait for that to upload while we see if our slide is ready. Okay. So while we are waiting for these two, so you see that we have 5 steps. It's currently on the first step, which is the planning step. While all of that is happening, do we have any question? Algorithm and flows chart. I like that topic. Well, we are working with photosynthesis already. So while that is ongoing, okay, I have a question. Does it have paid features? I don't know if it does, but maybe you should try. If there are features that are not available to you, that means there are paid features. But I think it's a free, most Google tools are actually free to use. Most Google tools are actually free to use, just a few of them with, If they have extensive use case, they will want you to pay for some features. But I think it's free. Or like I said, it's just you have to try and see the features that are available to you. All right. So while we are waiting for all of that, if you have any question, you can go ahead and ask. Any question, ask me in the chat and I'll answer. Any question? Okay, someone is asking, if I upload a document and request for it to give me references, does it give real references? So the references it's going to give you is based on the document that you have submitted. It will not give you references outside what you submit. All right, so if you submit, let's say 20 documents or 20 different sources, it will reference those sources that you have submitted. It will not give you answer outside what you have submitted. Can NotebookLM be used in writing thesis for? It can. It can. Let me show you. There's a report in the studio. This is where you can generate reports. Let's open this up and see. Okay, this one is still. So here you can write your own. You can describe what you want. It will write the report based on what you have given it. It can also give you an overview of your sources. If you're looking for a briefing for your document, it will give you an overview. It can give you study guide. You want study guide for, for your quiz, short answer quiz, suggested essay. You can choose all of that right here. So if you want something like a thesis, you can use the create your own, where you can now give it, customize it, the way you want it to answer the question or write your thesis for you. You can use this create your own format here, and it will do that for you. It is not just summarizing a document. It is not just summarizing any document. It can give you whatever information you want, particularly about that document. It can give it to you. If you want it to summarize a 500 and something pages of a document, it will summarize it and give you. If you want it to answer your question based on pages, each page by page, it will give it. It is at your service. Like I said, the most important thing is that it works with what you submit to it. So if you submit a 500 and something pages and you want to understand what is contained in each of the pages, all you need to do is continue to ask questions. Summarize this page 1. What do I need to know about this page 1? I'm preparing for so exam. What do I need to know about this page 1? What are the likely questions that will be asked in this page 1? It will give it to you. It is a powerful tool, and it gives you grounded responses because you have submitted sources that you trust. So it will give you outputs based on those sources. So if, for instance, for myself, if I'm preparing for an MBA exam based on the source I submitted earlier, I'm going to ask it, okay, for page 1 to 10, give me the likely questions that will be asked in those from those pages. It will give it to me and give me the answers, the appropriate answer for an MBA student, and what are the answers that will sound accurate. It is at your service. This is a powerful tool that most people really do not yet know, because like I mentioned when we started, most people are not familiar with NotebookLM, and most of you also confirmed that because you've not used NotebookLM. But I believe that after this session, you will not just start using NotebookLM, you will also show others how to use NotebookLM. So it is a powerful tool for research, for learning any complex topic at all that you're interested in. NotebookLM is at your service. So let's see if this is ready. All right, for our photosynthesis, you see that it has provided us with about 41 sources. Now, if we don't want these sources that it has provided for us, we can delete. But because we are learning and we want to understand photosynthesis properly, I'm going to go ahead to import the sources. So it will now import the 41 sources, and I will start interacting with the sources that it's about 42. I will start interacting with the 42 sources. And again, I didn't mention this in the previous demo we did. Now, if I don't want to use any of the source here, I can just uncheck. If I uncheck this one, uncheck this one, uncheck this one, I'll be left with 39 sources. So whatever question I'm going to ask this NotebookLM will be based on these 39 sources. It will not go into the sources that I unchecked. So if you don't want to use any source at all, you can uncheck it, and then NotebookLM will not answer you, will not go into those sources to answer whatever question you have asked. So it will ask you questions, it will answer questions, or it will give you an output based on the sources that you allow. So the sources that you do not allow, it will not give you, it will not go into those sources to find answers for you. So you are in control of whatever this tool gives you. You're totally in control of that. So, and you see that there are sources that did not upload properly. So we are going to go ahead to delete them. So we are removing all failed sources. All right. So I was saying I can uncheck this, just so you see that you have control of the kind of output you want. And even if you want to create a video, you can decide the kind of format you want for your video. You can decide whether it's a cinematic video, which is a new introduction, whether it's an explainer video you want, or you want a brief video. And you can also describe it right here, how you would want your video to be customized. You give it a description here. So this tool is at your service. It's giving you a superpower of the kind of content you want out of it, or the kind of output you want out of it. So I believe I have said the things that I want. So we have photosynthesis for the person who requested for photosynthesis. So this is the sources for photosynthesis. You can create audio out of this topic. And there's one thing I would like to show us. Let's see if our audio is ready in this. Okay, we're only creating slide deck. Let me show you the slide deck that this tool gives, the kind of slide deck that this tool gives. So you see, this is on nucleic acid. Now, I don't know, aside Canva, I don't know any AI tool that can generate a tool that is, slide deck that is as beautiful as this one. And you can edit them. Usually for me, because I use Canva a lot, what I do is once I generate a slide deck from this tool, I'll bring it into Canva and then delete this logo here, because it usually comes with a watermark logo. So, but the logo is editable. You can remove it. You can take it into Canva and remove it. Now, there's also something that this tool has done that I like so much, which is, let's say, let me select this second slide. I can go to revise and then ask it to, maybe there's something it's added in this second slide that I don't want. I can come here, ask it to change it, do this, make it better, make the title shorter, change the center image, center the image on the page, whatever correction you want from that slide, you can come in here, type it in, and then generate a revised deck. It will correct it and give you an output. So this is a very useful tool for anyone who is interested in you know, getting the best out of whatever source they have. So you see that there's about 15 pages of the slide it generated. So I was going to show us something about the audio. I think that's the last thing I'll show us before I end this session. Let's go back to the home page. Good. So this is the audio that is generated from this. Now, this audio, I can interact with this audio. Let me pause it. So as this audio, because I generated it with deep dive format, so it has two hosts. The two hosts will be interacting, and I can join the conversation. I can join the conversation, ask them question, and they will answer me. Ask them question based on the source that I have submitted, and they will answer me. I don't know, because I'm recording this, I don't know if it will interrupt my audio, but let me try. Let me pick a question that I can ask, so you see how it works. Okay, what are the 4 class assets that's all right? So just watch what will happen now while I'm interacting with this audio. I think the audio. I'd like to know what are the 4 asset classes that define true wealth? All right, I don't know if you picked what happened right now. So there's an audio I generated from this source that I submitted earlier. So if I click on this interactive mode, I can now join the conversation. This is an two AI hosts interacting on this topic. Now I can join the conversation, ask them questions based on this, and they will respond to me in real time. I don't know of any other AI tool that can do this. So if you have any topic at all that you're interested in learning, you're into research, you have any topic you want to understand better as an educator, you have a topic that you want to really break down in such a way that your students will understand, you can create all of this from the studio session of this tool and begin to interact with them. I didn't show us what the mind map looks like. So this is what the map looks like. You can click to open any of these. And everything here, like I said, is downloadable, but this map is not downloadable, but you can share it as a link so that people can interact with it. All right. Oh, I just saw that there's a download, because usually you will see the download here. So actually it is downloadable. I just click on this download icon here to download it. So everything here clearly is downloadable. You can download everything that it creates for you from the studio. I think I'm going to end this stop screen. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and then take your questions. So if you have any question, okay, someone asked, can I upload a software installation APK and it will give me information and all I want to know? Software, it depends on, let me see, because I mentioned the kind of file that you can submit to NotebookLM. And the files that you can submit to NotebookLM, let me share this screen again so that you will see. So if you want to know the kind of files that you can submit to NotebookLM, once you open the NotebookLM, you click here and more, you see the supported files. It supports PDF, text, MD, so documents that end with .md, docx, .csv, PowerPoints, EPUB, and then we have MP3, MP4. So it depends on the kind of file format that your MPK is. I don't know, maybe APK. I don't think it would allow that here. I don't think that is allowed, but you can try. You can try. You never know. Once you try, if it accepts, it's fine. All right. So any other question? We have 3 minutes to 12. Any other question? Any other question? Or has my network interrupted? I hope you can still hear me. Okay, in the absence of any question, I'd like to thank you all for showing up. And let me also mention that it is not enough to show up for sessions like this. The best way to learn is to practice whatever you learn. I don't know if some of us have, after the last session we had in May on Canva code, if you actually went back to start using Canva code to see the things you can create with it. We've just had another session on NotebookLM, and I hope that you did not just watch me demonstrate. You're going to go back, see what you can do with NotebookLM, because like I mentioned, the best way to master anything is to practice whatever it is that you have learned. So I'll be very, very happy to see how you use these tools that we have been exploring, or we have explored today, and the one we explored last month. We'll be exploring another one next month, but I will be motivated when I see that the ones that you have learned, that you have actually utilized them. The knowledge that you have acquired, you have actually put them into use. So thank you so much for joining this session. And of course, we'll be having another session next month. It's first Saturday of every month. And I hope to see you again. Thank you and have a lovely Saturday. Please, when you practice, when you demo, if you have any question, I'm in the chat. I'm available in the chat, in the WhatsApp group. Feel free to drop your questions. I'll be there to respond. Thank you once again and have a lovely Saturday. Bye.